Alright, the brake pads on a Mercedes 300 SD 126. First thing you do, you pop this clip off. Then you'll take this clip down. Just pull down like that. And then you'll slide these pins out. Take maybe a punch and a hammer. Slide these pins out. Do that at the top. So next what I did was loosen these 19mm. There's one here and I got the ratchet on the other one. I just loosened these up a little bit to give this a little play, and then took a pliers and I just grabbed onto that and pull it out. As you can see, it's coming out. Okay, so once I got it out, I took a crowbar and I just wedge that caliper back into its caliper. Slowly. And now you should have enough space to put your new brake pad in. Okay, now I'm going to take the other side out. Just pull it out. There we go. Just with a... we got that side pushed back in. We're going to put on the new pad. As you know, there's an arrow. That's the direction the wheel is spinning. So it's going to go in like this. And just slide it in there. Like so. Slide it in there. There we go. Now as you can see, it's tight. Where is it? Tighten these two up next to that one and that one with your 19mm, and that's pretty flush in there tight. Now we're going to take a crowbar and wedge this one apart and put the new pad in on that side. You got both pads in. What you're going to do is put this thing in place like that. It hooks around right there, that top part right there, and then you're going to push your pin in. You're probably going to need a hammer to tap that in, and you're good. This is the Bendix style. The ATE is different. There, and just maybe push it in like that, so it's wrapped around there, and then slide the pin in. Hammer to hammer that in. There it is. And then put your safety pins back on. Just kind of hammer that in too. I just happen to have ATE on this side. So this one is a real thin piece of bendable metal, and that you stick behind it, then you stick the pins in. For the front side, these are the ATE style. As you can see, this part is different. First thing I'm going to do is turn the wheel. I'm going to do it by hand, grabbing here, and there we go. So now it's easier to get at. Now then next I'm going to pop these out with a punch and a hammer. So I got the pins and the clip out. Next we're going to take a 19mm, and it's going to be here, and where the ratchet is. It's a 19mm, and just going to loosen them. Loosen up the caliper. So we do that. Now we're going to take these out. We're going to pull these out with pliers. Alright, so these pads didn't just slide right out, so we're taking the whole caliper off. And to do that, you loosen the bolts, the 19mm bolts completely, and then take a hammer and tap it off. Make sure there's a string, so all the weight is now resting on the brake line. String, I got it off, and I was able to get the old brake pads off. Now I'm going to put it back on like so, tighten up the bolts, and then I'm going to use a crowbar to wedge that back and put the first pad in there. Alright, so next what we did is we pushed this all the way back with a crowbar, then we loosened these two 19mm bolts so there's a little play, and now we're taking our new pad and sliding it in. Okay, so I got the other one in, so what I had to do is loosen these, and I had to put another brake pad in here so it was tight against the rotor. Then I used the crowbar and I got it all the way back. Then with light taps, I tapped this in. Okay, so I got it in there and I had to push the tire back that way. Then I used this part of the crowbar this way, and I pushed it in there, and now I can fit them. Okay, so it's in, and I'm putting the pins in now. Just basically just stick it in there, and as you see, I got new hardware. And you put that in there, you push down on here and slide the other pin on the bottom. So there's the difference. So there's the difference. So there's the difference.